We scroll, we snap, we laugh through filters and fleeting posts, never thinking what might linger after the screen goes dark. These stories twist everyday Snapchat habits into nightmares, where a photo, a filter, or a careless post becomes a doorway to something you can't delete. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more scary stories. Jamie had never liked the Snap Map. Sure, it was fun to stalk friends, see who was at the mall, or check if anyone from school had gone to the football game without inviting her. But she hated the idea of her own Bitmoji sitting there on the map like a pin on a dartboard. It made her feel exposed, like a bug under glass. Most of the time, she kept it off. Most of the time. That Friday night, though, she forgot. She'd been rushing, pulling homework into her bag, snatching chips from the kitchen, sliding under her comforter, just as her parents went to bed. She only meant to scroll for a while before falling asleep. By the time she noticed the little glowing indicator on her profile, she shrugged it off. Who cared? It wasn't like she had stalkers. At 1:42 a.m., her phone buzzed. A Snapchat from an account she didn't recognize. Silent Eyes 01. No mutual friends. No Bitmoji. The snap opened to a dark photo. It took Jamie a second to realize what she was seeing. The grainy shape of her backyard fence. Another ping. A second snap. This one was clearer. The sliding glass door at the back of her house, the reflection of her living room caught in its surface. Jamie froze. She thumbed the message bar. "Who are you?" she typed, then deleted it. What if replying encouraged them? Another ping. She opened it with trembling hands. The third photo showed her upstairs window. Her light was on. In the lower corner of the picture, she saw something she hadn't expected. A shadowy figure, its outline stretched and warped across the siding. Her blood iced. She leapt out of bed, rushed to the window, and yanked the curtain shut. Heart thudding in her ears, she locked her door and pressed her back against it. A fourth snap arrived. She didn't want to open it, but not knowing felt worse. This time, the photo was inside her room, her bed. The blanket she left rumpled from leaping out of it. Jamie nearly screamed, clapping a hand over her mouth. Number. No, that's not possible. She was locked in. She was sure she was locked in. The snap vanished, leaving her staring at the reflection of her own wide eyes on the black screen. She tried to breathe, tried to think. Maybe it was a prank. Maybe one of her friends was messing with her. Hacked account, old photos, something like that. That had to be it. Except, she'd never seen that last angle before. The phone buzzed again. She nearly threw it across the room. Another snap. She opened it with shaking fingers. A blurry image of her closet door. Dark inside, but she could almost imagine a pale face peeking through the crack. She bolted. She didn't even think. Just scrambled out of her room and down the stairs, taking them two at a time. Her parents' door was shut, but she didn't want to wake them yet. Didn't want to sound crazy. She crouched in the living room, clutching her phone like a weapon. Another snap arrived. She almost didn't look. Curiosity and dread gnawed her until she did. The image showed the stairwell, exactly where she'd just been. The angle was low, as though whoever had taken it had been waiting in the dark beneath the steps, watching her run down. Her breath came in ragged gasps. She wanted to scream for her parents now, but fear locked her throat. Her phone buzzed again, not another snap. This time, a chat message. Silent Eyes 01. You shouldn't be awake. Jamie's fingers shook so badly she dropped the phone. It clattered on the hard wood. She scrambled to pick it up, her pulse hammering. Before she could run upstairs, the house creaked. A soft groan of weight shifting. Not her parents, not the furnace. Closer living. Jamie bolted for her parents' door. She banged on it, whisper screaming, "Mom! Dad! Someone's in the house!" By the time her dad yanked the door open, she was sobbing. He grabbed the baseball bat from the closet, stormed down the hall, and checked each room, each closet, each shadow. Her mother called 911. The police searched for an hour. Nothing. No footprints in the dew-slick grass. No signs of forced entry. No stranger lurking in the night. They took her statement politely, but with skeptical eyes, warning about prank accounts and doctored photos. Jamie didn't sleep that night. Her parents left the lights on, the bat by the bed, the phone on speaker. She huddled in their room, trembling, waiting for another snap that never came. By sunrise, exhaustion dragged her into a thin, restless sleep. Days passed. No more messages, no more photos. She stopped checking the app altogether, her stomach twisting every time she saw the yellow icon. She convinced herself it had been a sick prank, some hacker messing with her. A week later, she dared to open Snapchat again. Her hands shook as she logged in, but her notifications were normal. Just friends posting on memes, selfies, parties, except for one new friend suggestion. At the top of the list, glowing like bait, was the name she never wanted to see again. Silent Eye 01. It began with giggles. Mia sat cross-legged on the rug, her mother's phone clutched in both hands. She loved Snapchat more than any cartoon or toy, not for the stories, but for the filters. The puppy ears made her squeal. The rainbow vomit made her fall onto her side, laughing. Tonight, she had found a clown filter. Wide painted grin, red nose, cheeks that glowed like cherries. She pressed the record button, stuck out her tongue, and then froze. There was another sound in the playback. Not her voice, not her laugh. A deep chuckle, just beneath her own, rising like something in the walls. Mia tilted her head, blinking. "That's weird," she whispered. She tried again, this time saying her name into the filter. "Mia!" The recorded snap came back with her voice, and another, softer, dragging after it. "Mia!" She gasped, dropped the phone, then snatched it back quickly, too curious to resist. "Who's there?" she asked, this time speaking directly into the camera. The clown face distorted when she leaned close. The phone answered with a single whispered word. "Mia." Her stomach dropped. Her mother was in the kitchen when Mia came running in, barefoot and breathless. "Mommy! Mommy, listen!" She shoved the phone into her mother's hands and played the snap. Mia's voice chirped bright and young. "Who's there?" Then, faint but unmistakable, a man's voice. "Mia!" Her mother went still. It was the kind of stillness Mia recognized. A freezing. The way people stop when they see a spider crawling up the wall. Only deeper. Her mother's knuckles went white around the phone. "Mama?" Mia asked. Her mother's eyes were glassy. Her voice cracked when she whispered, "That sounds like your grandfather." Mia blinked. She didn't really remember him. She'd been too young when he passed. Just a faint blur in her memory. A smell of pipe smoke. A soft hand that gave her candy. She remembered a funeral where everyone cried. "Grandpa?" she asked. "But he's gone." Her mother shivered and quickly shut off the app. "It's nothing, baby. Just a glitch. Don't use that filter again, okay?" But Mia saw her mother's face, pale, trembling, lips tight. and she knew it wasn't nothing. The next night, Mia couldn't help herself. She waited until the house was quiet, when her parents thought she was asleep. She pulled the phone from the charger and crept under the covers with it. Snapchat opened like a secret door. She scrolled until she found the clown filter. "Hi," she whispered, her own wide clown smile grinning back at her from the screen. At first nothing, just silence. Then, as though from the bottom of a well, "Mia?" She bit her lip. Her voice shook. "Are you Grandpa?" The reply was immediate, louder this time. The words distorted through static. "Yes." Her eyes filled with tears. "I miss you. I miss you too." Her heart thumped. It felt warm at first, like she was reaching across something impossible. But then the face filter glitched. The painted clown grin stretched too wide. The eyes rolled, blank and milky, though Mia's eyes were normal beneath them. The voice hissed, "Let me see you." "Turn the camera. Show me the room." Mia's hand trembled on the phone. By morning, Mia was pale and listless, barely touching her cereal. Her mother noticed. "You were up late," she said softly, brushing Mia's hair. "You opened Snapchat again, didn't you?" Mia nodded, eyes big. Her mother swallowed hard. "What did it say?" "He said he missed me." Her mother's hand shook against her hair. That night, while Mia slept, her mother sat at the kitchen table with the phone. She opened Snapchat with slow, reluctant fingers. The clown filter blinked into life, ridiculous and colorful, mocking her. She whispered, "Dad?" For a long moment, only silence. She almost laughed at herself, at her own fear. Then the voice came, crawling up from the speaker like a hand from a grave. "Anna!" Her chest clenched. No one had called her that since he died. Tears spilled. "Daddy!" she whispered. "Is it really you?" The clown face twitched, shuddered, its painted mouth curling down, then up again, in a grotesque half-smile. "Yes. Let me in." Her mother slammed the phone down, shaking, but the voice buzzed through the kitchen like radio static. "Let me in!" She shut the app, powered down the phone, threw it into a drawer. But even in bed, she could hear the faintest whispering, muffled, as though the device was still calling her. The following days blurred into dread. Mia refused to sleep alone. The phone would light up in the night, buzzing, though it was turned off. New snaps appeared in the memories, not ones Mia or her mother recorded. Photos of their hallway, their stairs, their bedroom doors. Each one darker, blurrier, with a pale face forming in the corners. Her mother deleted the app, deleted the account, even factory reset the phone. The next night, at 3:11 a.m., a notification buzzed anyway. A new Snapchat account had added them. No Bitmoji, no name, just the username, Grandpa_01. When Mia's mother opened it, there was a single snap waiting, a video filmed in their own kitchen, the angle low, as though someone crouched beneath the table, her own voice in the background, humming, as she poured coffee earlier that day. Then the camera shifted, upwards, toward the ceiling light, toward her face, and beneath it, warped by static, but unmistakable. "Let me in, Anna. Please, it's so cold." She threw the phone against the wall. It cracked but didn't break. The next morning, Mia was gone. Her bed empty. Her toys scattered. The curtains in her room flapped gently, though the window was still locked from the inside. On the pillow lay the phone, screen unbroken, filter already open. The clown face grinned. It whispered, "Mia!" And faintly beneath it, another voice joined in. Mia's voice echoing from somewhere far away, calling back, "Mommy?" Eli never should have taken the picture. It was a stupid impulse. A smirk into the camera, hoodie pulled low, blood-red sky in the background. The old overpass looked eerie in the fading light, and the broken fence gave it the right kind of urban ruin aesthetic. Perfect for a moody snap. He raised his phone, angled his jaw, and clicked. Only later did he notice what else he'd captured. At the edge of the frame, blurry but unmistakable, was something sprawled across the dirt at the base of the overpass. At first he thought it was a pile of clothes, but when he zoomed in, he saw the hand. A pale hand, fingers curled in the dirt. He swallowed hard, stomach churning. "No way," he whispered. He told himself it was a trick of the light, or maybe someone just passed out. A drunk, a homeless guy. Nothing to do with him. Before he could second guess, he posted the snap. Just a 5-second clip to his story. A few fire emojis from friends. One, "You look dead far, the usual." No one seemed to notice the thing in the corner. By morning, the story was gone. Erased like everything else on Snapchat. But not really. 2 days later, the news broke. Body found near East 9th. Overpass. Foul play suspected. Eli's heart stopped. He clicked the article, hands sweating. The photo of the crime scene was grainy, police tape fluttering, but he knew that spot, the exact place he'd taken his selfie. He dropped his phone like it had burned him. By that evening, the text started. The first was from an unknown number. A screenshot of his snap. There he was, hoodie and smirk. And there it was, the hand in the corner, clearer than he remembered. The message beneath it read, "I saved this." Eli's stomach flipped. He deleted the message, blocked the number, told himself it was a prank. Nobody could really have saved it. That wasn't how Snapchat worked. The next morning, another text came. A different number this time. Same screenshot. This time the caption read, "You were there." Eli stopped sleeping, stopped eating. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw the pale hand in the dirt. At school, whispers followed him. He caught people looking his way, nudging each other. Once he overheard a fragment. "That's him, right?" The overpass. He cornered his best friend Tyler after lunch. You didn't save my snap, did you?" Eli asked, voice breaking. Tyler frowned. "What are you talking about?" "My story. The one by the overpass. Did you screenshot it?" Tyler shook his head. "No, I barely looked at it." "Why?" But Eli didn't believe him. He didn't believe anyone anymore. That night, another message arrived. This time, it wasn't just the selfie. It was a video. Shaky footage, recorded from the same angle as his snap. Except he hadn't taken this. The camera lingered on the figure at the base of the overpass. The hand, the arm, the twisted, broken neck. And then, in a sickening jolt, the camera panned upward, to the fence, to the spot where he had been standing when he took his selfie. The caption read, "We saw you." Eli's hands went numb. He dropped the phone, bile rising in his throat. His pulse hammered so hard he thought he might pass out. The police came 2 days later. 2 detectives at the door, stone-faced, asking questions. Had Eli been near East 9th that night? Did he know the victim? Did he have any photos, any messages? Eli stammered, denied, shook his head until his neck ached. His parents hovered in confusion, their trust cracking with every word out of his mouth. The detectives left with polite smiles that felt like knives. That night, Eli checked his phone again. Another message. This one wasn't a photo. It was audio. He pressed play with trembling fingers. A low voice crackled through the speaker. "He screamed before he died. Do you remember hearing it? Eli clutched his head. No, he whispered. I didn't hear anything. I wasn't there when... The audio cut off. Then another file appeared. A recording of Eli's own voice. From his snap. The faint laugh he'd given before snapping the photo. Only this time, at the end of the laugh, another sound bled through. Faint. Distant. Unmistakable. A scream. Eli stopped leaving his room. He barely ate, barely spoke. He locked the phone in his desk drawer, but still, the messages came. The buzz of new notifications kept him awake at night, vibrating through the wood like a heartbeat. Screenshots. Videos. Sounds. Some of them of the crime scene. Some of them of him. Photos taken outside his house, through his window, from angles he never posed. Always with the same caption. We saw you. One night, he woke to the sound of his phone buzzing again. He tried to ignore it, pulled the pillow over his head, but the buzzing didn't stop. It grew louder, longer, until it wasn't buzzing anymore, but a scream. Digital, distorted, shrieking through the desk drawer like something alive. Shaking, Eli forced himself to open it. Shaking, Eli forced himself to open it. The phone screen glowed. A new snap, waiting. He opened it. The video showed his own bedroom. The angle was from the corner, near the closet. His sleeping form was visible beneath the blanket. Then the camera moved closer. The blanket shifted. A shadow fell over his body. The screen went black. The caption read, "Now it's your turn." In the morning, Eli's room was empty. His phone lay on the desk, screen cracked, still buzzing with new messages. When his parents picked it up, the app opened on a frozen image. Their son, hoodie up, eyes wide in terror. Behind him, just visible in the corner, a pale hand reached for his shoulder.